Hello YouTube, welcome back to some more Baldur's Gate 2 with our evil sorceress. We just finished killing some illithids and we're headed back to the Drow city. Hopefully I'm going the right way because I think I already went the wrong way. Go this way, everybody. Yeah, that fight over here, man, I still can't get over how difficult that was. They had one thief, one wizard, one cleric, then they had an ogre, a little goblin archer, and a imp thing, and then a summoned skeleton and a summoned dog. And that was unbelievably hard. I'm beginning to think that my characters at level 14, 17, 14, that my level 14 characters might have skipped too many quest type things. Oh, that's the Dragon's Cave. But I ended there. Am I in the totally wrong spot? I am. I hope it doesn't take too long for them to get back over here. Oh yeah, it was. Okay, not a big deal. I didn't think I skipped too many little side questy type things, but it really feels like some of the spells that these other wizards are throwing at me that I'm definitely unprepared to deal with some of that magic. You have returned finally. Good. Bad enough that I have to worry over Fairies' safe return. Fairies? I guess fairies. Safe return. I was not about to start concerning myself over yours. Yes, the daughter of the matron mother is safely returned. You have done an excellent service. I am told the matron mother is pleased. Fairy has also sent a command to you which must not be ignored. You are to meet her in the tavern here in the city. She wishes to speak with you, although I cannot wonder why. She asks for you too, Solafine. You are all to rest and relax in the tavern as a reward for your service. But, handmaiden, I have no wish to... Do you wish to earn punishment a second time, male? You should do as she says. She shall see all of you at the tavern within a day's time. No more. That is all. Okay, the question is, where is the tavern? Is that...
I'm a think to call this civilization. Blasted bloody humans.
Building... Where did it go with the big door? Is this the tavern? I guess we can try here and see. Unless it's this building.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Kinda looks tavernish. There's tables. With 1 gold on it. Drow bartender.
To walk apart from house and creed.
Is there something particular you need? Mail? A mug of black mead, perhaps? Or have you found a partner to retire to the lust chambers with? Let me see your services. Okay, so all he's got is a bed. Don't need that quite yet. So we've got a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of names. But we're really here just to speak to her.
Ah, it is you again.
Ah, so Veldrin arrives at last to greet the female that she rescued so valiantly from the clutches of the filthy devourers. Ah, I must have been invisible and uninvolved during that encounter. I see. I was speaking to Veldrin, Solafine. When I speak to you, it shall be to command you to lick my boot. Keep your bitterness silent or lose your tongue. Now, ignore your emasculated commander's outburst, Veldrin, and consider this a time for reward and enjoyment. Mother Ardulace was pleased with your performance. Solofine's abilities are known to her, but she was delighted to learn you are such a powerful fighter. Ustnatha could use such as you, Veldrin. Among the drow, only the strong survive. You could have slaves at your beck and call, rewards at your fingertips, the favor of Loth. How does this sound? What's the catch? The catch is you have to earn that favor, Veldrin. Favor and comforts are not given out lightly. They must be purchased with blood and sacrifice. Why don't you go ahead and carve out her heart now, fairy? You will get to that part eventually, won't you? Silence. Not all drow forget that sometimes a reward is worth spending a part of yourself, or everything. It is a lesson you would do well to relearn. Seeing as you are so capable, Veldrin, you and Solofine have been given another task to complete, for the greater glory of Loth. You'll meet me on the city platform away from curious ears, but not right away. Rest and amuse yourselves for a time. I shall be here a while. After I leave, take no longer than a few days before you meet with me on the platform. This is as the Mother Matron commands, and so shall it be. Okay, well, I should feasibly go meet her right away. Can I open this door? Like, I'm supposed to be just using this drow cover to hurry up and get in and out of the city. Oh, but I also have to find the eggs. So I guess I should do some info gathering about where the eggs could be. I'll say I didn't really think wasting my time running around doing side quests for drow.
To walk apart from house and creeds, to walk into the grave.
Would be a good idea, but I may have to. You are the one seeking refuge from Chednasad, are you not, male? I'll share none of my tales with the likes of you. I have sewn the tentacles from the faces of devourers, pried the teeth from the mouths of human babes, and plunged daggers into the very eye of an eye tyrant. But these tales are worth too much to share with you. Begone, share your foul presence with another male. Oh, that's because I grabbed the wrong person to talk with. I'm a girl. Hey, you're the one seeking refuge for Chemja. Are you not, female? I'll share none of my tales with the likes of you. Okay, so apparently that doesn't matter. But I should do the talking.
Do
with
not
the main
question
character.
the matron mothers.
We are telling tales, female, of our feats of history, and it is old custom of Ustnatha, something you would be unfamiliar with. Nasset Drand. Tell me of the history, then. Something of the city's history, eh? Yes, I suppose you should know nothing of it, ignorant lout. Do you even know the part Ustnatha played in the scattering? The scattering? Bah! Are you completely devoid of sense? Your health mother should have you flayed alive for your neglect of your instruction. When the magical battles caused the collapse of Berinden, the great cavern once held by the dwarves, most drow were crushed. Only the favored survived. Groups of drow fled the rubble in every direction, seeking new holds to establish their power, set upon by our enemies. That was the scattering, fool. Ustnatha was untouched by the Great War, and hordes of drow came to our walls for protection. Devourers and eyed tyrants followed, seeking to eradicate them. For 1 century, our enemies waged constant war upon us. The walls of Ustnatha held, however, and we pushed our enemies back in a merciless victory. Many of the drow then left Ustnatha to find larger living spaces, more resources to plunder, establishing your beloved Chednasad among other places. There would be no Chednasad were it not for the walls of Ustnatha. That is the part Ustnatha played in this gathering. Don't forget it. What about him? I don't like that this guy looks obviously like a guy, and I'm talking to him with a female character, and he's calling me fool and lout. Man, I should just attack him and flay him alive. What are your own feats? I have slaughtered many in my time, female, so do not ask such a question if I have not. As if I have not. I am as battle-hardened as any in the fighter societies. I took part in the glorious running 100 years ago, when a cavern leading to the surface was found. I helped raid the communities during the hunt. Many pathetic humans fell to our blades in the running. In memory of Ustanatha, I stumbled into a village of the surface known as halflings. The diminutive worms scattered. I hunted them all. I have their tiny skulls to this day. The running lasted a week before the humans marshaled their defenses. The humans collapsed the tunnel, but one day we shall find another, and I pray to again be amongst the drow who will take part in the running. Can I ask you about something else? Okay. I'll do that. Okay, so just some flavor stuff for most of these people so far.
The best surfacer is a dead surfacer.
I didn't see you approach. My failing eyes shall net me a blade in my back soon enough, I swear it. I should be at home, dying properly like an old male drow, rather than here listening to tales so often. You have any tales of your own? I have many tales of my past, but I have told them so often I do not care to repeat my words. Let the younger drow boast and beat their chest as they wish. Okay, I don't want to ask about Loth. I know. Oh, okay, the dragons, Solophine, House Spana. A strong house, branches of which you'll find in cities other than simply Ustanatha. Many of the great families have their beginnings here in the first city, yes. Despana is high in Loth's favor, and many say that it schemes to place itself above all others here. I know little of such plans, however. Go ahead and ask if you need to know something. Oh yes, the daughter of House Despana and the commander of the Male Fighters Society. Oh yes indeed, there is a history there if you have not heard it from somewhere else. It is said that the daughter Fairy held the Solophine in high esteem once, and not merely as a personal male, as Loth decrees. She did not use him and cast him off, as is a female's wont. It is said that Fairy held feelings for the commander that were most undrow-like indeed. The matron mother of the Despana was greatly displeased at her daughter's weakness. What was done then, who knows? It is obvious they hold no regard for each other now. Indeed, the commander would be a drider were it not for his position and favor in another house of great rank. Go ahead and ask. Okay. What about the dragons? I know of only one dragon that inhabits the near caverns of the Underdark, and that is the ancient silver beast Eidolon. She who was sent by our surface cousins to guard the old passages. Yes, that one. What can you tell me about her? It is said that the silver dragon once had a mate long ago, a mate who was captured by our people when we were still dwellers of the southern reaches. The heart of her male was ripped from its body whole, as I hear. The queen of the drow used its heart in a ceremony of great darkness, one that angered an old pale god of the surface elves. I know not which one. Does it matter? When we were driven beneath the surface, sentenced by our fiendish cousins, their god made a pact with Eidolon. In return for her vow to guard the old passage to the surface, he would give her what she desired most. At a time of her choosing, when she had grown old, Eidolon could call on the god and he would grant her children. Eggs that would be made real by the soul of her lost dragon love. Or so the story goes. I hold little truck with it myself, but then I would never venture into those old passages just in case the tales of her presence are true. Is there any news more recent? Perhaps you've heard of her eggs. Well, I have heard of the passage to the surface are open once more. At least the matron mother certainly believes so. Gathering their armies as they are, perhaps Eidolon is dead. I know not. Go ahead and ask if you need to know something. Okay. That was a lot of good information. Thank you very much.
Do not question the matron mothers.
Greetings to you, O potent female. Stay for a time if you wish. The group of us here are sharing exploits and tales of the past. Something I doubt you Nazadrans have time for, eh? I have a tale for you, if you're interested. Something my house mother once told me, in fact. If you're of a mind, that is. I have some questions. I'm not in the mood to be barraged by questions by a newcomer to the city. You're lucky, aren't you? In the slave pens, if you ask me. Go bother Nim, if you must anyone. Fine, tell me your story. Excellent! Ha! My tale begins long ago, where people first descended into the great depths of the dark caverns. During a day when our homes were not carved out of stone and clay. Drow homes were made of twigs and black grass that many had brought with them into their Underdark. There were few homes, of course, but the largest belonged to the first matriarch. The matriarch led the early hordes of drow, helping them survive in hostile lands. She was powerful, potent, and cunning, a great boon to her people who admired her greatly. To honor her, a group of drow set upon the shark fiends and stole the stone throne of their king to secretly present to the matriarch as a trophy. They stowed it in the grass rafts of her hall. The matriarch arrived in her hall, and the drow warriors went to retrieve the throne. But much to their horror, its weight caused it to fall through the graft rafters and crush the matriarch below. It's a sad, sad tale of our early travails in this dark place, and it holds a moral as well. Can you think of the moral, female? I'm sure I have no idea. Haha, the moral, of course, is don't stow thrones in grass houses. Haha, don't throw stones. Don't stow thrones in grass houses. Nice. Imbecile, how dare you tell such a moronic lie about the history of our people? Loth will sentence you to an eternity of poisoned agony for such madness. Bah, the Spider Queen has no sense of humor. Now, Veyruin, on the other hand. You dare! I shall kill you in the name of the mother of all drow, fool. He is mine. No one interfere. Ooh, he told a stupid story, now he gets killed. Who's gonna win? It doesn't say hurt or barely hurt. I was wondering if I should interject and put a healing spell on one of them to make the Veyruin guy win. Well, but he didn't. But I wasn't sure if it was 100% scripted that no matter what I did, he's gonna die anyway. The blasphemous fool. Now I must go explain his death to the handmaidens. Bah, a foul worshipper of Veyruin here. Okay. We've got this guy over here.
Victory for the Spider Queen.
Okay, I am Sodrin, the manager of the Fighting Pit. Entertainment for us all and a chance to gain Law's favor. You seem the hardy type. There are several dread beasts that have been captured and await your death blow if you dare. You are a Nazdaran, yes? Recently arrived? I have heard of you. There are many here who would desire to see if you fight as well as they say. Of course, if you're pale and cowardly, you need not make the attempt. The Spider Queen, however, respects only those who are strong. What's exactly involved? It's a simple matter, female. I open the door for a short time. You enter before I close it. Once inside, I have the beast pushed in to fight you. If you win, you come out and collect 250 gold pieces as a reward, and the satisfaction of a glorious battle. You lose, the slave feasts on your remains. Very simple. What sort of beasts? We capture our foes and skirmish in the dark tunnels, female. Shark fiends, devourers, eye tyrants. It depends on who survives longest, really. I don't have the time for this. At least not with that character. I could probably deal with the smaller stuff, but the Mind Flayer and definitely an Eye Tyrant would probably kick her butt.
To walk apart from house and creeds, to walk into the grave.
Greetings to you, female. You are the one who is recently from Shednasad, correct? I have heard of you. We drow gather to tell tales of our conquerors on the surface, our dark stories of our past. It is tradition in Uthnatha. This place that was the first. You have any tales to tell? Okay, I'll be on my way. Do as you wish, I suppose. I don't think any of his stories are going to help me with My own personal quest is just a whole lot of flavor, which is pretty cool, but I don't need to see that.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Okay, let's see. We're supposed to look for her on a platform. Is it over here? Slave, drow slave traders. Priestess of Loth. Okay, fancy building, but it doesn't look like there's any doors to it. So this is nothing over here. Was it the first platform that she was talking about? We got the Overseer Handmaiden. So possibly not. Mind flayers, drows. Got a house. 2 houses here that we could feasibly enter. But I think those are just houses for sure. Just as this probably is. That's probably a wizard shop. Let's come down here and see what this... Well, he doesn't have a name. Usually if you don't have a name, you're nobody. Well, let's see what's in this closed door.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Ritual guards. Imre. Should I really talk to her?
Loth be praised.
You have no business with me, female. If you have business in the temple, go to it quickly, or shall sacrifice your heart for the pleasure of Loth. Okay. Well, I don't need to be in here yet, at least. If I had to assault it and fight it, it would definitely be nasty to do. Be this back platform? No? Alright then, let's, I guess, explore this house. Definitely is somebody's house. Okay, well, we're going to end this episode here. And then I will, in the next episode, loot this house before we go to the next house. But I have to end the episode quickly. I got some stuff to do. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.